Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your June reading. Happy June. Oh no, how did this candle go out almost? You gotta have the fire burning for you guys, right? Fellow fire sign. I'm just gonna have to burn another one. I actually did your reading already. Yes, I did. I did your reading already. And it came out with no sound. What the hell's up with that? And what's crazy about it is that that's not the first time that kind of thing has occurred, which was why I quadruple tested it, okay, before even pressing record. And somehow it still ended up not recording any sound. Don't know what that was about, but we're going to go for round 2. So before I begin this reading, I'm going to shuffle for you an affirmation card for the month of June. This reading will be applicable to those with Sagittarius Sun sign and rising signs. And some of you Sagittarius moon people out there, this will apply to as well, but I'm kind of gearing more toward those with sun and rising placements, okay? Because that way it'll be a little bit more specific. That applies for all of the signs. I'm doing that. Okay, so let's see. What is the affirmation for Sagittarius in the month of Whoa? Okay. Wow. Okay. Wait a second. Okay. The moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. The moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. Third time's a charm. The moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. And on the bottom of the deck, when I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. Now, those are some pretty big messages said in some very simple ways. Sometimes the most simple things are the hardest things to accomplish or to come across. You know, maybe it's the most simple song or lyrics you want to write, and that for some reason is the hardest thing to come out. We, as humans, with our human brains, we do sometimes tend to complicate things. It's just part of our nature. But anyway, the complicated part about this, rather, if you feel like your direction is complicated and you don't know where you're going, it's time to realign with love, okay? Realign with love. What does that mean? It means anytime you feel jealousy, bitterness, anger about anything, and it has to do with the direction you're going into, which everything has to do with that, you know, our relationships, our friendships, the jobs we choose. Realign with love, the loving energy of the universe. And the thing is, the bottom of the deck says, when I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. That applies to love too. Surrender the battle. Okay? You don't need to be battling everybody. I don't know who that's for, but for some reason I'm picking that up. anger, recklessness, impulsivity, some of you. Some of you what else am I feeling here? Some of you feel very frustrated because you feel like you're hitting nothing but obstacles and there's delays. And that might also be, though, because of some bad planning on your end. Possibly. We're going to find out. So the spread that I'm doing for this month of June is a 7-card spread, and it will be you know, where you're at within in June, your inner focus, your outer focus, the lesson of the month, where you may thrive, or how you will thrive, rather, how you may struggle. So basically, you will thrive if you follow this path, you may struggle if you follow this path, and then the last card will be your advice, your overall advice for the month, okay? Sagittarius. Sagittarius. For some reason, I'm hearing that Elton John song, Sacrifice, but the part I keep hearing is cold, cold heart. Hard done by you, something's looking better. Just passing through, but it's no sacrifice, no sacrifice. Just a simple word. It's two hearts living in two separate worlds. So, that's some deep stuff right there. Sagittarius. Okay, so what's the position of Sagittarius in the month of June? Where are Sagittarius people within the month of June? What's going on? With you. Whoa. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to shuffle again. A little too much. Sometimes I pick, out of the bunch that fell, I'll pick either, if it's a bunch and there's one facing down, I will say that's the one, or if it's a bunch and there's one facing upright, obviously, that's the one. Sometimes it's the top one that's facing up, but that didn't feel right. None of those felt right. So, Sagittarius. Where are you, Sagittarius? Okay. Sharing. Either you are feeling like sharing, or it is time for you to share. Either way, looks like there is very much an abundance within you in June, Sagittarius. It's interesting because the bottom of the deck is the Rebel. How does that work? Maybe you're rebelling against sharing your talents or your gifts or something like that. Sharing your fire. You feel bound, chained or something like that, and you feel like you have to fight. Again, it's like some type of combativeness here. Anger, recklessness. when there doesn't need to be. You can share with love. You should share with love. Okay. What is the inner focus for Sagittarius? Oh. Wow. Oh my God. Suppression. Again, didn't I say you feel bound by something? Your inner focus. This is something coming to a completion point. Look at that. On the bottom of the deck is the Master. You feel out of control or something like that. You feel like there's no direction. Things are unpredictable, you feel, because you feel like you don't have the control. But what this is saying to you is that you're right there. You're right at the edge of something manifesting. And you are the master of that. You definitely need to connect with your moon sign, whatever your moon sign is, but mostly your inner world, your heart, because there's a lot of shit that you've suppressed that has made you feel this way. You know, when you keep pushing things down and keep pushing things down, you actually end up burying yourself, in a sense. Look at this block weighing heavy on you. It's a block. You're blocked, literally. Like you're cloudy-headed. You're roped up. Everything around you is cracks. You can't see clearly. But one thing is true is that you are the light within this entire image. The center of you is the light. You are the light. You just need to get reacquainted with your light. Outer focus for Sagittarius. Whoa. Uh-oh. Wow. Guilt. Okay. So why outer focus? Maybe somebody else is putting guilt on you, placing guilt and shame on you or something like that. And again, you need to turn in. I say somebody on the outside because this is the outer focus, but also the bottom of the deck is this card. Look at all these people, these ghosts, these quote unquote demons, which is mostly, first of all, beliefs or memories and thoughts that you have of yourself that are not true. And I'm seeing that they are based on other people's imprints, other people's words primarily. Making you feel guilty is maybe family. Could be something to do with their home. Because we have 4 here, which is the number of the home. Also the house of Cancer, which again applies to the moon. So turning in your moon sign again, that's where you will find peaceful waters. That is where you will find your truth. Because look at how much look at how much this guilt is clouding your mind. You can't even see the beautiful sky or these beautiful flowers, the abundance you have right above you. You feel you're being torn apart, out of control, because of other people placing guilt on you for some reason. We're going to get into that because I'm going to clarify with regular tarot. By the way, this is the Osho Zen tarot deck. It's more like an oracle deck in a way, though every card does apply to a tarot card. But I am going to clarify using the everyday tarot after this. So, okay. This is crazy. All right. Sagittarius. What is your lesson for June? What is the lesson for Sagittarius in June? Don't let other people's crap infect you. I don't know where infect came from. That just came through me out of nowhere. Oh, wow. Infect you. past. Shit, another blockhead. What is your lesson for June, Sagittarius people? The lesson for Sagittarius in June. Oh. Interesting. Participation. That's so interesting. Because again, the first card you had out for you is about sharing something. And then you have your lesson about participation. I mean, those are two very similar types of words in a sense. The meanings are kind of similar. Sharing and participating. So you're joining in. Don't know what this is in regards to, but it's another 4, which again applies to the home. Applies to your inner world. And I mean, look at this. This is all these 4, whatever they are, people or whatever they are, with their hands in the center, creating this spiral. It's like participating in your own life journey, not allowing the outer bullshit, basically, to, again, infect your world and cause some type of disharmony by causing you to compare, perhaps, with others that have nothing to do with your journey. Nothing to do with your journey. You know, and just because they appear to be different, different doesn't mean better, you know, at all. So how will you thrive, Sagittarius, in the month of June? Okay. Wow. Again. Man. Okay. I just got a crazy download. Some of y'all have Gemini moons, okay? That'd be some crazy-ish. Because there's about to be a new moon in Gemini coming up. This is the Lover's card, which in the regular tarot is associated to Gemini. Gemini is the Lovers in tarot. Gemini is the Lovers as well as the Magician. So I do see this participation as you joining forces with yourself. So where you will thrive, how you will thrive. The Lovers means joining forces with your own inner self, your yin and your yang, masculine and feminine energies within you. So absolutely, whoever I'm speaking to, those of you that have a Gemini moon sign. Oh, and I just got another insight. Those of you that have a Gemini moon sign, first of all, it's about communicating your inner feelings, your inner world, talking. You got to communicate. And that's why sharing is here. This is how you will thrive, is if you communicate what's going on with you within. Okay? Yeah. Because look at your inner focus is suppression. Don't suppress your inner life. Don't suppress your inner feelings. Don't feel guilty about expressing yourself. Actually, that is the basis of, your whole getting to the top of the mountain, to this light, traveling up the mountain, clearing out those clouds, clearing the air, and getting to the top. Get to your top, not to the top, because the top is different for everybody. But wherever the light is for you. Clear-headedness, clear head, clear skies, and light. No more darkness. How you may struggle, Sagittarius. How you may struggle in the month of June, Sagittarius. Oh, did you just see that? Okay. Wow. Exhaustion. This is also number 9, which applies to the 9th house, which is the house of Sagittarius. So don't burn yourself out. And the bottom card is creativity. How does that work? Yeah, okay, so express your, again, there's 3 lines here, which to me says the number is 3, which is the 3rd house, corresponds to Gemini, again, corresponds to communication, relations with others, your mental patterns, your thinking. But if your mind is so cluttered with this bullshit armor that you don't need, you think you have to be one way when you don't, when this is inside of you, this will make you exhausted. Of course it will. When you think the whole world is against you and you feel you have to wear a mask, how is that not going to be exhausting? So, yeah. Your overall advice, guys, Sagittarius. Wow. Okay. Your overall advice is patience with this growth, this rebirth that you're going to be going through if you aren't already feeling that. Have patience. This is number 7, has to do with the house of relationships of all kinds. It's also the house of Libra. So balance. Yeah, so have patience with your own balancing, the balancing that you're going to be doing this month. Because look, it's coming together. Every moon is a new cycle. Again, moons. There's something about the moon with you guys. You really have to get in tune with your moon. But you really do. You have to get in tune with what's going on within you and express it, share it. You have an abundance of beautiful creativity happening here, and we don't want you to suppress that anymore. Get beyond the illusion. Come out of the chrysalis phase and fly. Okay. So, guys. It is that time. How did that candle freaking go out again? Oh my goodness. Okay. Now it's really time to clarify. So, where are we at? Okay, so how to have patience with yourself and others, Sagittarius. Right? Share what you are feeling within. Communication. Obviously, partially because we are in Gemini season now, which is so communication is emphasized as a main point. But also, again, I keep feeling like some of you very much, again, could have your moon sign in Gemini, but regardless of what your moon sign is, to really take a look at that, to get to know your inner self, your moon sign. I absolutely feel that. So let's clarify this sharing card for you, Sagittarius. Which is you. What? Wow, this is literally, okay, King of Cups. Okay, once again, emotional, balance and control with yourself. You've known your waters. You know your waters. You know your tides, your moons, your waves, whatever you want to call it, and you know how to balance them and control them. You're very emotionally strong. You have a balance between your heart and your mind. It's not just mind, it's not just heart. It's a balance between the two, which is what we want. Again, yin and yang. What was I saying about participation, meaning that, and the lovers as well, meaning that? Sharing will help you to do that, okay? Sharing what's going on inside of you, even if it's just, not just, but even if it's through some type of artistic medium, so maybe poetry or something like that. Yeah, look, because Two of Pentacles underlying that, it's a juggling act for you to balance yourself. This is a balance card. You need to balance yourself out by expressing yourself. So no more suppressing. So let's clarify that suppression card for Sagittarius. Your inner focus, Sagittarius, of suppression. Oop. Okay, what? Damn. Again. The Two of Pentacles is a balancing. It's making decisions. Where are your priorities at, okay? So you've suppressed some things for a long time, it seems, for a while, that now you're trying to decide on something and you don't know which one you want to choose. Again, it's like a lack of direction. You also don't feel in control of your own situation. Suppressing the balance. You're suppressing your own balance and your own control and happiness. Look at that, right underneath that card that came out. Oh, yep. And then on the bottom of the deck is Queen of Swords. This is a woman, or not a woman. It can be man as well, with just its energy. The Queen is a feminine energy, so it is a feminine energy, whether you're male or female, of a clear mind, okay? Very perceptive, though. You can read people very well, very clearly, because your mind is not cluttered with clouds of false judgment or false guilt or, fake armor for no reason, where you're exhausting yourself so you can't even see clearly what's going on, or you're suppressing things so your mind again is clouded and just like a blockhead. It's like you can't see any other way because your mind is clouded. So let's see. Your outer focus is of guilt. Remember, some other people out there are, for some reason, infecting you with this guilt. Oops. That was weird. Wow. Strength. They're infecting you with this guilt that is like preventing your rebirth from occurring, your full manifestation of a death and rebirth. Whoa. Wow. Interesting. This might apply. Okay. Wow. Somebody in your family, guys. I'm sorry to say. It seems for some of you, for sure. You have the Knight of Pentacles, which is all about responsibility, hard work, okay, being efficient at something, but also quick. Yeah, efficient at something and quick. But then you have the Hierophant, which is all about tradition, old structures, family, things like that. It could even be religion, anything that's been in your family line for a long time. So a belief you hold, again, people are infecting you with this belief of guilt, that you should feel guilty, perhaps, about these responsibilities, that are outside, that have nothing to do with your inner work. So I can see that you've been neglecting your inner self, clearly, because of this, which is so sad. The bottom of the deck, you have the Nine of Pentacles, which is, getting your rewards, the fruits of your labor finally coming to fruition. But it's not occurring because of this guilt energy. Like that is absolutely, the reason I keep saying infecting is because that is an absolutely infectious, nasty energy to hold within. The lesson of this month for you guys, Sagittarius, for June. The lesson for June. Whoops. Oh, okay. Wow. Oop. That fell on the floor, guys. This fell on the ground. Wow. You know what's crazy, though? The bottom of the deck is the Eight of Cups. What does this person look like they're doing? They're walking away from something. They're walking away from something that they thought filled them up, or they had the illusion was the only way that they could feel okay with themselves. You're walking away from your 8 cups to go off on a journey on your own because of this. Because of this tower. Oh, maybe you're no longer participating in something because you're forced out of it in some way, perhaps for some of you. But the tower doesn't always have to be a negative situation. It is something abrupt, though. It's something abrupt that can be the best and most amazing blessing of your life, truly. So it's so crazy because it's obvious that the tower is what's going to cause you to walk away from something. It's crazy, too, that it comes out for participation. So clearly you're going to be no longer participating in something. Having to do probably with home again, or family, something like that. And it doesn't have to be literal. It can be mentally not participating. You're no longer emotionally participating. Probably more so emotionally than anything because, again, it's a Cups card. It's the card of disillusionment, okay? You no longer have that illusion of guilt after this. You're being freed of that. So how you can thrive, again, you got the Lovers, which is a card of Gemini, but it's also a card of, union, divine union between you and you. Wow. You got the Emperor. Guys, the Emperor. Well, first of all, is the card of Aries, but it is also the card of structure, authority, the authority of your own life. Again, look at this. The Emperor has the crystal ball in their hand. They know what they're doing. They know where they're going in their life because they've got their own authority in their hands. They're balanced. Okay? Wow. So, yeah, the moon sign for you, or communicating. Gemini is a communication sign. Communicating from one end of you to the other end, and one, the inner you to the outer you to the inner you, etc. Rebuilding that relationship beyond anything is going to bring you back into your authoritative position, which clearly I've been saying from the start, you feel like you're not in authority of your own life. Okay, well, that's going to bring you to moving toward that movement. You're going to feel like you're moving again. Like you are the one in control of your movement and the direction that you go. Remember I was saying too, there was a lack of direction when I first started this reading before I even pulled any cards. Wow, okay. And the moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. Yes, with love. Love. Your love within. That's amazing. Holy shit, that's amazing. Okay, so where you may struggle or how you may struggle is if you exhaust yourself with all of this armor, okay? And all of the illusions that are plaguing you, perhaps. Oops. What? The illusions that are plaguing you. Interesting that I say that like that. What? Wow. You've got judgment here. Okay? Judgment. This card is all about, making a final decision. Reflection. But it's really about awakening to your own power. But I see this as like, okay, so you're exhausted because of all of this armor. You're exhausted because of the illusions that you've plagued you, right? That's what I said. It's been clouding you from yourself. Again, 9th house is you. But then you're finally going to get a clear judgment. Because you're going to go within after this moment that you're going to have, you're going to go within and you're going to find who you are again. You're going to rediscover who you are. This you and this you is the same you. You're going to reconnect with the essence of yourself. That's what I really want to say. That's going to lift the exhaustion from you. Two of Wands. Yeah, and then you're going to start to make some real serious decisions about your life. You're going to plan. Remember how you had the Emperor here with the crystal ball in his hand? Look at that. You've got a crystal ball in your hand here when you're making your life decision, when you're planning on your life, leaving something behind again. And the final card of the advice, overall advice for you is patience. Let's clarify that. What's up with this patience card for Sagittarius in June? Whoa. What? What the hell? Again, patience. Unity, with your partnership between yourself and yourself, your connection. What did I say? You had the Lovers here. Divine union of you and you. Wow, and then this is where your wish fulfillment comes through. Patience. Every moon phase is a different creation, is a different manifestation. Have patience with yourself. Have patience with any other unions as well that you are involved in. No more being impulsive or having impossible expectations, perhaps. Trust. I feel you need to trust in the universe and trust in yourself. Trust in your inner self, okay? Because that's where the answers are. Again, the 9 of Cups here is quite literally the card of wish fulfillment. It is emotional stability. It's satisfaction. It's happiness overall. Look at how content this man looks here in this card. He's just chilling. He's got it all. His cups are filled up, and you know what? They were filled by him. Yep. So before we end this, guys, that's been pretty intense, okay? But before we end this, I'm going to do one last thing. I'm going to pull you an animal oracle card, okay? This will be an animal that you may or may not experience, whether visually, You might hear about it, you might dream about it, but it's gonna have some significance for you, especially if you've resonated with this reading throughout this last, what is it, 50-something minutes, okay? So whenever you experience this animal in the month of June, it is wise to think about what were you thinking of before seeing this animal or hearing this animal, again, whether in real life or on TV, whatever. Doesn't really matter how. Whoa. Sagittarius. Okay. You got, what? Oh my God. I am sorry. But did I not say throughout this entire reading, you need to get in touch with your moon, your inner self. The moon represents your feminine energy, your yin to your yang, okay? You got the heron. I'm going to put this here so you can screenshot this if you'd like. Can you see? Okay. The heron symbolism is life, feminine energy, renewal. The heron is a bird of the water and is thus associated with feminine energy and regeneration. Remember, you had here the King of Cups. In ancient Egypt, the heron was the first transformer of the human soul after death because it was seen in flight over the fields when the Nile began to flood. After death. Because it was seen in flight over the fields when the Nile began to flood, it was associated with fertility, and the renewal of life. In the Roman epic, the Aeneid? Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. I always say it wrong. The heron is again a symbol of renewal and is depicted rising from the ashes of the burned city of Ardea. Wow, that's crazy because, again, that's like this guilt card was number 8, which is the house associated with Scorpio, or the death and rebirth card. The tower is also associated with that house. So that's pretty insane. Bottom of the deck, you have the deer. Symbolism is instinctual energy, independence, and regeneration. Again, holy crap, 2 cards that are talking about oh my God, I have to read this, I'm sorry. Graceful, swift, and elusive. The deer has symbolized the powers in nature that are not easily subdued. A deer's antlers, which are shed and regrown each year, are specifically associated with regeneration and renewal. A swift deer with golden antlers was sacred to the Greek goddess Artemis, whose realm encompassed the wilderness and instinctual untamed things. A deer is also a symbol that summons individuals to a calling or journey. It has frequently appeared in legends and myths as a creature that lures a hunter or knight into the wilderness. In the legend of King Arthur, a deer leads Sir Gawain to the wood to begin his adventures. Okay, so there are 2 messages about renewal and regeneration. A rebirth is absolutely happening for you guys, okay, in the month of June. And there's a calling. The calling of this journey, the calling for you is the calling to connect back with yourself, your inner self. And even if it's a bit of a struggle at first, have patience with yourself, okay? Express, though. Number 1, that's the most important part about all of this. Not suppress, express. Share, okay? Because you've been taking on so much BS that it's exhausted you. It's made you have to feel you have to shield yourself from everybody, but you don't. Your greatest gift lies in your expression of yourself, especially this month of June. It's a very powerful month, especially regarding expressing of all kinds, because Mercury, the ruling planet of Gemini, is in Gemini, so it's in its ruling sign. We're, again, going to have a new moon in Gemini. I believe it's June 4th, so that'll bring a lot of truths up to the surface, especially for those of you that have Gemini moon or heavy Gemini placements, Gemini rising as well, maybe. Either way, that's a great time for getting realigned with yourself, with your love of you within you, okay? Whew. That was a pretty intense reading, guys. I love you so much, and I hope that this gave you the clarity that you sought. Any questions, you can email me or write in the comments below, and I will get back to you. If you'd like a personal reading, again, you can email me. That'll be in the description below. Any other information will be there as well. I love you guys, and I will be back in the middle of the month just to check in with everybody and see what's up, see where everything is, where the energies have moved us to, or where we have moved with the energies, okay? Again, love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.